Welcome to Sustain Mizzou Laboratories. Today we'll be focusing on how to make 100% usable biodiesel for your diesel engine. Step 1. Make sure your area is well ventilated and no odors can be sensed during the entire process. Also, we must gather the supplies needed to make biodiesel. What you'll need is vegetable oil or any food crop oil, a 2-liter soda bottle, a hot plate or cooking stove, a cooking pot, 100% lye or solid NaOH or sodium hydroxide, which can be found at any retail store in the product called Drain Out, which is a crystalline form of sodium hydroxide. Also, we'll need methanol, which is also in the product called Heat, which is also found at any retail store. It's a gas line and antifreeze and water remover from gasoline engines. In addition, we'll need a mason jar, goggles, teaspoon, a thermometer, thick gloves, a measuring cup in milliliters, and a funnel. Step 2. Making our meth oxide. Meth oxide forms in the mixture of NaOH and methanol. So what we need to do is take our methanol, or heat, and measure it out into 170 milliliters, which I'll be showing you here, as you can see. Now, the thing I did, I actually measured it in a plastic measuring cup, which is not advisable, and it actually eats away at the plastic. So, if you would use a glass measuring cup or ceramic measuring cup, anything other than plastic, and I've actually pre-measured it so we can do this video a lot quicker. So after we measure out 170 milliliters of methanol, we'll have to take 1 teaspoon of our drain out or sodium hydroxide or lye and mix it together with our 170 milliliters of methanol or heat, as you can see here. I'm very careful when I pour this in not to splatter it anywhere else, because it's a very concentrated material. And any of these materials that we're mixing together are actually quite toxic, and we need to be careful. That's why we're using these hardy gloves and eye goggles. So we're going to take our metal spoon and mix it all up. And as I've said, I've pre-mixed this. So I'm going to set this aside and grab my pre-mixed container. Step 3. We'll need to take 1 liter of vegetable oil or any food crop oil and heat it up to 60 degrees Celsius, or a little above 60 degrees Celsius if you're trying to do this all together, just so that you can let it cool for a while you prepare. And we're going to pour this into our 2-liter soda bottle. I'm checking, and it's just a couple degrees above 60 degrees, which is okay. And be very careful when pouring this, because remember, this is very hot oil. And as you can see, I get a little agitated because I get a little splatter on my face here. There it is, right there. Be very careful here. Nice and slow. Make sure not to splatter. There we go. All finished there. And keeping the funnel in, what we're going to do is take our meth oxide, which again is our mixture of 170 milliliters of methanol or heat and sodium hydroxide or lye, and mix it together with the 1 liter of vegetable oil. Take our funnel here. Once again, be very careful, because these once are very toxic materials by themselves. Methoxide itself is less toxic than pure lye or pure methanol, but just as a safety concern. Try not to spill if you can. And as you can see, this is actually separating out in the soda bottle, and that moves us to our next step. Before we proceed any further, you need to have 2 soda caps here. One normal soda cap that you'd find on any 2-liter soda bottle, and then an additional 2-liter soda bottle cap, and we need to punch an actual puncture hole in the top of that. And then after that's done, either some masking tape or duct tape or simple scotch tape, cover that hole up, and we'll use that later. But first we'll need to put the original 2-liter soda bottle cap with no hole in as we shake this thing right now. What we're going to need to do is make sure the cap is tight and shake for, you can shake it as long as you want, but about 1 or 2 minutes, or 200 shakes, 200 stirs like that, and keep going until it seems thoroughly mixed up. What this is doing is providing more surface area for the reaction to separate the actual vegetable oil into glycerin and the actual biodiesel. So we're making biodiesel and a byproduct, and these are actually both very useful products. And our final step is to take the 2-liter bottle and flip it on its head so that the punctured hole cap is facing down. And we're just going to separate out after 24 to 48 hours. We'll see this separation here, the dark brown glycerin, which is used in lotion products and cosmetics, and the biodiesel on top. We're going to take the tape off, as you can see, and squeeze every last bit of that little dark colored layer there, glycerin, and we'll end up with completely usable biodiesel. Thanks so much for watching.